Everybody, it's Steph from the High Moving Podcast. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. And with that being said, Black Friday leads to black expulsion, man. Head coach Matt Eberflus, got his ass fired today. All right. And this is really all his fault. Look, man, they had a great game plan yesterday against the Detroit Lions. Okay. They played themselves back into the game with a chance to either tie or take the lead. And bad coach management, clock management, Dunham. And this is his fault. Entirely his fault. You see the clock running down. There's like 40 plus seconds. You see the clock running down, and he's looking dazed. He's just looking lost in space, right? Looking lost in space, and he doesn't call a timeout. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I still don't know what the logic was. The commentators was discombobulated on what the hell was going on. All right. Romo was scratching his head. He don't know what the hell was going on. All right. And it made Caleb Williams look bad as well, too. You know what I'm saying? It's a combination of Caleb Williams. He's a rookie, so I can't put too much on him in terms of game management. Okay, that's something that he's going to have to learn and get better at. So I'm not going to completely absolve Caleb, but a head coach, you got to look out for a young quarterback and call that damn timeout. Listen, as bad as the season has gone, losing 5 straight games or whatever. Okay, if anything on Thanksgiving, give the Chicago fans something to root for, something to build on for next year if you're still the head coach, and win that football game. That game was absolutely winnable. The Detroit Lions tried to give him multiple chances to win that game and seize control, and he could absolutely not do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of games are won and lost on game management, situational football, being aware of the clock. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even do that. If you can't even call a timeout, what the hell we paying you millions of dollars to be the head coach? You know what I'm saying? So here come the dysfunction again, or the dysfunction rears its ugly head for the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. So Caleb Williams is going to have a new coach. All right. And the last time I talked about this, I was like, listen, for this to work for Caleb Williams, this has to be the last regime change for him in terms of the staff. Okay. So after this season, a new head coach, new OC, whatever it is. Okay. And build from there. All right. Listen, the defense has been playing well for the most part, and that is his expertise. Eberflus, right? Being a former defensive coordinator, and now, being a head coach, he's a defensive coach, but still, okay, just because you're a defensive coach doesn't mean that you're not aware of what's going on offense and knowing how to manage the goddamn game. So this was obvious. Once this happened, I was like, ain't no way he's keeping his job. And then, the Fox broadcast team, or, the pregame team, the CBS post-game team, all killed for Eberflus. All killed. There ain't no way. How can you keep him? Yeah, he got fired purely off of stupidity and embarrassing the Bears organization with a chance to actually win this game. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. Will he get another job as a head coach? I don't think he will. Absolutely not. He could be a defensive coordinator. Some guys are just better off being a defensive coordinator. But in terms of being a head coach leading the team, that is not the case. There's a lot of expectations, even though with a rookie quarterback, with the amount of offensive firepower with Allen, Odunze, DJ Moore, Swift. You had their own line was decent, not the best, but decent. Okay, and you have a young rookie quarterback who is mobile and has a pretty big arm. It's like, okay, listen, making the playoffs, no, but that guy, can you win 8 games? Can you win 7, 8 games? Can you build something? And it seemed like they were when they started out 5-2, and then everything just tailspin after they have the Hail Mary or the Hail Mary from the Commanders. And here we are. Now you can't even do basic game management. Calling a simple timeout. Just call the timeout. Win, lose, or draw, just call the timeout to give your team a chance. He couldn't even do that. He's up there looking like lost. I don't know if he tried to get fired. I don't know if he did. I don't know. Did he have a massive brain fart, brain pause? I have no idea what happened. But yeah, this is how the NFL business is very, very fickle, very tricky. You're coaching on the margins. Okay, especially when you're having a season like this. And any little mistake when you're teetering is gonna get you fired. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a hair trigger reaction, and this one was warranted because ain't nobody can see how this man was going to keep his job after just fumbling game management on an embarrassing stage, on a big stage in embarrassing fashion. You know what I'm saying? You were the only team playing at that time slot. Okay, Listen, the world is getting acclimated with the Detroit Lions, but they're also getting acclimated with Caleb Williams and you guys. See how good your team went, and they were. There were some missed penalties on this game. Okay, there were some situations, but it came down. But you guys had the ball last. So this is one of the finals where I'm like, yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go. You just can't even do that. We're not winning no games. We're not doing that. You can't even call a timeout. Absolutely crazy, man. Y'all know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.